finance institution may either assume the rights to the energy savings or may take a security interest in the project equipment. There are 4 problems that this procedure solves. Usually small businesses don't have enough staff, they lack their own funds, they don't have the know-how, and they can't bear the risk of such kind of investments. Some main types of interventions for third-party financing mechanisms are the following: interventions at the building shell, interventions to the electromechanical installation and equipment, and interventions to the production process as secondary use. How does it work? We have 2 cases. We have the case where the ESCO borrows the money from a financial institute, a bank probably, and they then, the ESCO borrows the money, and the customer is safeguarded from financial risks related to the project's technical performance. The second case is when the customer borrows the money. The customer borrows the money backed by an energy savings guarantee agreement, showing that energy savings achieved will certainly cover the debt repayment. So they find the financial institute and they come into a contract with an ESCO which guarantees that they will succeed in saving energy and take the money back. Why should we rely on an ESCO? Because a customer, through energy performance contracting, EPC, will transfer technical risks from him to the ESCO based on the performance guarantees given by the ESCO. In energy performance contracting, ESCO remuneration is based upon demonstrate performance. They know, they have done it a lot of times before. So it's a measure of performance is the level of energy or cost savings or the level of energy service. So cash poor yet credit-worthy customers are good clients for this kind of tool. And excuse me. Yeah. I will now present 2 energy performance contracting models. We have under a shared savings model, we have the ESCO contributing, and then they agree on a term throughout which the small company will give a percentage of the earnings, which means that under the shared savings contract, the cost savings are split for a predetermined length of time in accordance with a prearranged percentage. Then the ESCO will take the money back from the consumer from the cut costs. In the second case, under a guaranteed savings contract, the ESCO guarantees a certain level of energy savings, and in this way it shields the client from any performance risks. So they have a guarantee, they have a contract guaranteeing that they will succeed in lowering the costs, and they earn the money back from this side, in this way. What are the advantages in implementing an energy savings investment via third-party financing? We have guaranteed energy saving outcome. We are not investing our own funds. There is a guarantee that for lower operating costs, energy maintenance, etc. And this saves human resources and money. Also, we have saves from undertaking technical and financial or managerial risks. We have reduction to the maintenance and repair costs since they will be included in the fixed costs, and this method protects from indirect causes affecting energy price changes. what do we have to keep an eye on? In the implementation of an energy-saving investment via third-party financing, we have to take care that non-transparent administrative, financial, technical framework. There is an unattractive investment environment. We have an absence of EPC templates compatible with national legislation. The legislation is very poor, especially in my country. I don't know about the other countries, but I guess it's not yet. And the mechanism for financing, investing, designing, constructing the security of the project is not yet well defined. And I will close with an example of the implementation of energy performance contract in Greece regarding to Mevgal. It's a dairy industry, one of the largest in Greece. Mevgal, by the assistance of UNESCO, the Center for Renewable Energy Sources, has implemented solar thermal system in its premises. It took place in 2005. The total third-party financing investment for the whole application, a solar plant and the heat recovery measure, was about 130,000 euros. The funding was received from Mevgal itself, the Center for Renewable Energy Resources, and the Agricultural Bank of Greece. There was funding also from National Energy Incentive Program. This was just a small example of this tool. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite once again Marino, which is representing Research Center of Ptuj, Slovenia, because the expert is missing.
Danilo Ceo, the Business Research Center of Slovenia, is sick, and so I try to do this presentation. We have prepared with my colleague of Enea, Mario Tarantini, and with the lead partner of the project, Yacht of Valencia. The project is Eco SCP Med, also Chamber of Commerce of Nice is with us in this project, and to enlarge, please. Ok. Quale? Questo? This? Okay. EcoCCPMed, we present this project in a framework of cross-fertilization between the project of the capitalization project. MER is a project focused on the themes, the issues of the industrial areas. EcoSCPMed is focused on the sustainable production and consumption in the Mediterranean area. The meaning of sustainable consumption and production. Sustainable consumption and production means using and disposing research in a way that reduces harm to the environment while supporting the well-being of the population. This is the basic concept of sustainable consumption. The objective of EcoCCPMed ensures sustainability across the supply chain of the main product and service in the Mediterranean area, minimizing their negative impact on the environment. And the key concept is in eco-innovation, and another important concept is competitiveness in the companies. Eco-innovation refers to every innovative activity whose outcome or objective is to improve product, process, service, marketing tools, and the overall company management. The partner of SCP Med are 10 partners from 5 Med countries and the IPA country. The country are Enea in Italy, province of Bologna, and High School Sant'Anna in Pisa. In Spain, IAT and University of Barcelona. In France, Institut de la Méditerranée et Chamber of Commerce of Nice. In Slovenia, the Research Center Bistra of Tui. In Greece, Center for Research and Technology Hellas. In Croatia, Croatian Cleaner Production Center. And the external partner, like in our MER project, from companies, from enterprise association, and so on. What we want to share in ECO SCP Med, sustainability of the product and the service, sustainability of the process, of the production process, sustainable management of an industrial areas. This is a strict connection in this case with our MER project. And an important issue is the sustainable consumption pattern and behavior. So the consumer and the role of the consumer in the concept of sustainability. Something about how work this project. You see in this diagram, industrial, we focus our attention on the industrial process, on the product chain, and the production and the value product chain, and the research and the use of the research. All these process in an integrated way give us a complex and overall and complex concept of sustainable consumption pattern and behavior. Okay, this you can see also in this diagram the concept of integrated model of ECO SCP Med, how work the different project to give input for the integrated model of ECO SCP Med, and how the different area contribute to generate this new integrated model. Integrated model where the item are the technique and the instrument and the tools are the life cycle methodologies and assessment, the techno-environment audit scheme, and the eco-industrial development model, and of course, the green marketing plan to promote this new approach at the production, at the process, and at the output to the consumer. You say in this slide the role of the people to give us consensus. We say also the role of the training to give to all people and stakeholder information about the sustainability. And now something about the benefit of the capitalization of ECO SCP Med. The benefits are development of capacity and opportunities in the area of eco-innovation, opportunity to integrate the different concept of eco-innovation in the different country. My time is finishing. So a step forward and give element to the policy maker to realize new policy in the field of product and consumption of the product and the process, and of the process in the country involved in this project. I think these are the basic elements of Eco SHP Med. You will find in this slide also other elements regarding the phase of the development of a toolkit to achieve this objective, and some other element on the benchmarking. We are now realizing the guideline for the management of the sustainable areas, the database of the good practice, the guideline for the eco-efficiency in industrial building, for the improvement of logistic, and finally the software that we are now designed for achieve this objective. Thank you for your attention.
Now we should have a vision about the next steps on the green economy. So I will ask Umberto Mezzacapo to introduce us to what's next in the green economy.
Hello everybody, my name is Umberto Mezzacapo. I work for CESCOCOM, the Advanced Study Center on Consumption and Communication of the University of Bologna. And the title of my presentation is Green Economy, What's Next? Will socialization of data in production system green our future? Let's see. The Earth Summit held in Rio de Janeiro in 1992 set on motion a handful of initiatives. Most of them are still ongoing. Rio Plus 20 instead yielded this document called The Future We Want, a weak and meaningless document. Probably this conference comes at a bad time for the governments. Maybe that's why governments keep on postponing the right decision. Governments are committed with the economic and financial crisis, and other than being focused merely on national interest. That's why I would call it play of the parties instead of conference of the parties. Meanwhile, 1.5 billion more people are using and abusing the environment. In the coming 3 decades, this number will approximately double. Plus, moreover, the urban population is rising from 45% in 1992 up to 63% in 2030, meaning that cities are the place in which the environment is most put under pressure. And the gap between rich and poor is getting wider. Obviously, the trickle-down effect doesn't work, and extreme inequality is economically inefficient. If we continue our wasteful ways by 2050, almost 4 billion people will live in areas experiencing severe water stress. Maybe one day we will ask ourselves, where is my lake? It's just disappeared. The world, largely China and India, will need 80% more energy, most of it based on fossil fuels. And it seems that shale gas stirred up enthusiasm. Greenhouse gas emission will remain stable in OECD countries and Russia, but more than double in the rapidly growing BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and rise in the rest of the world, increasing globally over 50%, pushing the Earth's temperature up to 3 to 6 degrees by the end of the century. Not to mention farming, sprawling cities, logging, climate change that could reduce biodiversity and nature force by another 10%. Well, I might keep on listing such negative trends and talking about the apocalypse. However, I rather focus on what's greening on. Well, green economy is turning to social innovation. Green economy, likewise social innovation, has a great social impact and implies a social change, and is ever more a bottom-up process. Here we have a few examples of social innovation, such as the car sharing, the BlaBlaCar, For example, the Reciproco is a social media based on the sharing things. The Fab Lab. Fab Lab is a place which is a sort of a laboratory where people, mostly young people, share tools such as laser printer and so on, and they usually use local resources. Okay. Co-working as well. In Italy, like in 5 years, they more than doubled. Like we have almost 300